Very popular interview question. What are the two ways to inject a config map into a pod in Kubernetes? This is part 8 of the Kubernetes series. You already knew that config map stores config key value pairs. But how you inject them into the pod, that matters. Environment variable and volume mount behave very differently. Let me show you both. Think of environment variable like a post-it note stick on your monitor. Quick, visible, fixed at the startup. Think of volume mount as a shared folder on your desktop. You can open it and read it, and if the file changes, you can see the changes without restarting it. Environment variable injected once when the pod starts, and if the config map changes, the pod will not see the latest value until it restarts. On the other hand, volume mounts are dynamic. That means Kubernetes keep the mounted file in sync with the config map. So you change the config map and file inside the container updates automatically. No restart needed. Now look at all the files and see the running demo. Look at the volume section. We are mounting the config map, which is my config, as a volume called config vol. See carefully, in the volume mount section, we mount that volume config vol at etc config inside the container. Kubernetes will keep one file per key inside that folder. The app name will become etc config app name. The app environment will become etc config app environment. The DB URL becomes etc config DB URL. So that means 3 files for 3 configs, right? Now let's create all the files and apply. We can get all the commands from demo.sh. Now let's apply. Both the files I have applied. Now let's do get pods. So this confirm the pod is running. Now let's do kube control execute and get inside the container. So this command will get us inside the container and list all the files which are present under etc config. Hit enter. See, there are 3 files. So remember I told you 1 file per config map key. I will just open 1 file for you. So this command reads the file and the value is my app. So this is your config mounted on a file directly inside the container. Change the config map and this file gets automatically updated. No restart needed. The key takeaway from this session are environment variables are static, fixed at the startup. You need a restart. On the other hand, volume mounts are dynamic. Kubernetes will keep the file in sync automatically. Use volume mount when your app needs live config refresh. Thanks. That's all for today. All the code details are on YouTube post. Check the link in the bio. Thanks. Follow for more.